straight to it. There was no delay, anything. I wonder if that's been slowly degrading thing. There we go. Right. Right, we are indeed back with rebuilding the Commonwealth. We're picking up where we left off last time. We got a little bit of an upgrade to the slog area. Some detailing. We're not going to be building here today, though, because we did that last time. We're going to be going down to Finch Farm. Try that. So yes, welcome to everyone tuning in. We have Bruv in chat already. Lantern, there we go. Right, we started building under the bridge here. Let's go into the build. I'm looking at this now. I'm not sure if I'm vibing with this as a build. Not the concept, but like the hanging platform. We have the support thing there. Maybe I do a little bit of this. This may be just a little too much. Maybe just a smaller area to this. Rather than... we have the platform over here. We're kind of missing a whole big ass bit to this. Okay. Well, I don't know what changes have been made to that. Let me go back in. We'll put the build menu properly on. We want this. We want that. So we had previously moved some of the bridge. And it appears to have defaulted back to its standard setting. So quite clearly the game is telling me no to that idea. Usually doesn't throw things back like that, so I'm not sure what's done with that. Kind of makes this whole structure look a little weird. So going on with a mindset that hugely vibing with this whole idea. We need to restructure what we're doing here. So let's get rid of this. No idea why that would have defaulted back. If that's just an issue with this settlement. Stream issues with Fallout. Get good at streaming. Sounds about right. What are we doing today, bro? How did we do this before? I think I rotated this up. And I got some of these other broken bits. Yeah, I guess maybe that was just a little too much for it. We are quite considerably out of the build. We're hell diving. Nice. And just a super mutant fella down there. Have a little stroll on the beach. So many posts here as well. Wow. So yeah, I still want to build on the bridge. We'll have a thing up the side. The platforms underneath. I like the concept and idea, but I think there's probably a reason why I haven't come back to build this area until now. It really is just having a little stroll on the beach. There we go. Let me know, by the way, if the music's too loud, too quiet. Stuff. Okay, so move these back onto the bridge-ish. Yeah, loads of stuff that we put here is just moved. Weird. think that's all the items we built over in this area. Okay, so just try and stay inside the build as much as possible then. But yeah, we've got these little shacks up top. We'll keep these as is. And we have the existing crops down there. The existing house is just completely gone. So we need a way to get up to the top now. And yeah, like I said, we'll probably have a little bit of a platform underneath, but the whole length of the bridge might be a little bit too much. Very good, bruv. Right, well, how would they get up here? My whole idea over there was... that was a really good idea, but I guess we just can't do that. Right, let's get removing this then. Wow, will that work? I just used the scrap all command, but it will just get rid of literally everything. Oh. Just a couple of bits. The framework, wow. Wow. Not the delete actual bridge. Need to do some assignments today. You've got a list and this is the reward time. Playing Helldivers and watching school. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad we got those technical issues fixed up, because that kind of sucked. You know when you have something technical happen like that? And it's fine if I was messing around with settings. I have not changed anything. I started the stream. It was fine. The video froze on OBS. The audio was still there. And then all my game captures only black screen, so I generally don't have issues with OBS, but when they do present themselves, it's something pretty big like that. So that kind of sucked, but aside from that, fine. I just think the amount of work that they would have to do to actually build this up here is insane. Whereas with it just being a generic settlement. You know, it looks cool, but it's infeasible and practical. Best reward combo, damn right. Get some popcorn or a kebab as well. No complaints. I'm still going to leave this little platform to the side because I think this one would be doable. I'll have that for something. Oh, rid of this stuff. Get across all of these. First 10 minutes of the build is just deleting the old idea. Pillar boards. Right, I think that's everything. Anything else, it's not noticeable anyway. So yeah, I was going to leave this because I think this might be my way up. We can have a rickety tower sort of structure here next to this. Yeah, that's how it's built up. So I guess that'll be the main thing we focus on to begin with. We'll actually build backwards and build down. Let's get rid of you. Cars here, let's get those in. And cars. Random. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it was these. Those down there, very good. Have that for a second for a save. Finch farm. Let's game up a little bit. There we go. We were milling around with the idea of an elevator before. I think we'll just go for a tower of stairs. Built up into that, and that'll be the main way to get up. So we'll build this backwards. Make it look as makeshift as possible. Maybe a little unstable. Going a full L shape for this. So what I want stairwise. Go for the small fellas. Mix of those ones and these ones. Do I want it going down this way or more that way? Probably this way, so let's prep that there. Make it double up, so again we'll do a mix. Board. Work on the stairs to begin with. There's gonna be enough space. Get rid of these for now. Still gonna be enough space. Very structured with those. We can walk up, and here we're good. Down, down, down. We'll just keep going like that all the way around. We can get the supports in afterwards. Okay, so got a double in. So we'll just alternate between the different styles, make sure it's different enough. Be enough space. Nice. Yeah, there we go, enough space, that's fine. We're not getting stuck. Double in. Where is this one? Okay, we're gonna need a few of these. I'll tell you what we'll do. Just gonna use these stairs. Let's get a few of those placed. few of those placed. We're just going to pick and choose from them. Keep alternating. Pallets. The big one, and then we'll bust up one. Alternate. What is this fella doing? Put him over there. This. May not need to use all these. Shade here. Brother, I know you're probably back in Helldivers right now. But you're doing your part. Just thought you needed that little boost of motivation there. Right, we're nearly back down to the ground. Missed that. Very good. I was just saying, I hope the mission's going well and that you're doing your part. Probably go down this way. This time. You are doing your part, right? So with that in mind, we only need this. We could probably just go for the taller stairs here, actually. So, he's in the bin. Change the game hour. Win. Ladders. There's... Could even do this one as a ramp. Oh, not quite. A little too much. What about the stairs? Yeah, upstairs go down to the floor, so we'll do that. Right, that's the framework for the ladders in. We need the support stuff. Good. You're doing my part too. Good. Very good. Right, columns and beams for this. I think I might go for the rounded poles. The round columns. Doing the rectangular ones. Let's try something a little different here. At least for the bottom bits anyway. Do a... Need those boards under the stairs, actually. Let's get those in. They're a really nice addition. Got to do it with all of them. Doing that at all. Is it not? They're not stacked to these ones. Just the regular ones. I actually thought they were part of that. Right, well I'll have to stick those in manually then. Those other sets of stairs, so let's not do that right now. tall, thin one. That's going to be approximately in the middle. And we'll do some horizontal ones between them. And for these, just whatever, just as long as it looks supported. That goes through the stairs. Right, we'll have to adjust some of these on the fly. That goes through the stairs, so have this in the platform and more open to the side of it. That's enough to not go through the stairs down below. No. Shouldn't need to do that here. Although that kind of clips through a little bit more, so maybe we will. What if we pop that straight to there? Yep, that works. Bit of a gap. We'll patch that in a second. Same with this. This is what I mean. I want little bits poking through as long as it doesn't block pathing. I think that should be fine. Are we gonna be good to like just go straight up with that the whole way? Maybe we can alternate to the side a little bit there. Let's see. Put that down to there. That's off my map, so maybe at this point we just need a double. Have a double. We'll put this down. So it's just there. And this one down to the base of it. I guess we technically don't need that one then. Would we just double up for extra support? Let's double up. If it's like that, that's all fine. Go in the internal area as well. What do you mean that's an angle? What do you mean? Okay, I mean, I'll do that. Mixes up the design of it a little bit. What are we doing there? Some guys in the chat, howdy. How's the building going? Well, we've come back over to Finch Farm, and the build that I had done previously was part reverted back to base game because some of it was outside of this green barrier. And it wasn't really vibing with the other stuff, so we've taken this back quite a bit. I'm just building a new stairwell up. Because I wasn't 100% with the design of the previous one, so get rid of it. Put it in the bin. Start over and get something that we're actually liking the look of. Get up. How are we doing today, some guy? Guy in chat. Too far into it. We might change this. This. Combos here, howdy. Go for one of these. Why are they so far out compared to the other ones? I mean, that's fine. I've got an easy solution for it. If this will snap. It does. Go up and across like that. Done. Might do that on a few of the other ones as well. I'll make my own stairwell. There's the tall fin. Through, not blocking the stairs. Should be fine. Probably just need a shorter one there, if anything. This can temporarily go. We'll get all the vertical ones done first, and then we're going with the horizontal. Those connection points, so I guess work our way down for these ones. Let's see, if we go into all the corners, do we need to make any changes? I think we should be fine. This one should be a lot easier then. That off. Let's change the time to like day. Lighting's not great to build here because we're building underneath the bridge. We need the tallest one here. We go for the size under. Effects go in, so let's just lower those down. And with this side, to be honest. Here's one we will. Well, skylines indeed, yes. Right, a slightly smaller one. This size. Look at a bit. The one that's a little smaller than that is just a little too small. So we'll go with that and we'll patch it in. Same with this one. Away. How tall are we looking with this? We can go for the tallest ones on this side. This side, probably the slightly taller one. Pretty much to the posts. One is going to go for the tallest. As we work our way back up. Smallest one, we'll have that go across. Got all the verticals done. Yeah, we don't need any more there. We can go to horizontal stuff now. Horizontal posts. Outside framework ones in. The doubles, it patches up those little gaps as well. go. Done. Have these one out. Give it a little bit. And so it's touching. Ready. Okay, so this one we got these posts dotted around on the outside. We do that, and then this that covers those gaps. We need to actually connect it to this bit, so ties down from that. Or is this going to go all the way across? A little too far out. Get rid of that one. Let's move this one along. I like. There. And we only have the two options for the horizontal. Why are there several for vertical and only two for horizontal? Okay, that's kind of annoying. Okay, we'll match that to that then. That to that. And we'll have to actually send this way then. Oh yeah, of course it's going to try and snap that way. And thinking about that, we'll do that with this one instead. Utilize the whole space. Three. Go, snap that there. Super mutant fell up. And there we go. Framework for that bit in. Get this to snap on the top of it. I'll try and install any extra building mods from Wasteland Reborn. No, I know there's a couple of extra things in there. I think I'm going to leave this as is. Otherwise, I'm going to have to mess around with a few settings and potentially break things. I don't want to break anything. Going to a Brazilian steakhouse tonight, or you can eat meat. Someone's going to have the meat sweats. These may just have to get placed in manual. Anything particular, bruv, or just a meal out? Not a birthday party or anything, is it? And snapping off then. We'd need to make sure. I'll probably get some ways on here. Can it just be the posts or side panels? Focus on the structural ones first. Place them in manually, he said. Actually gave me for his birthday last year. Only gotten around to doing it now. Sounds about right. Lighting on this. There we go. It's a little better. Okay, let's actually get the railings. That was the word I was looking for. Get those on where we would naturally have them. And we can build around them. We're raining in game, so let's out the build menu back in. Get rid of that. Save the single pieces for the actual single. Yeah, I think we'll probably have that now. Got all the doubles. Alright, that are singles then. Where possible. I'm perfectly fine with that, Stumble. We've got dog meat in chat. Howdy. That goes around. Don't do too many of the same ones at the same points. A little bit. Some of these placed. Probably alternate with the same ones. Next. Okay. Bring that across a little bit. There we go. Manual movement. Those. The snap placements are a little weird. Banister up here as well. Oh, got this one here. Put that on the inside bit. Now we need a banister going across this one as well. Snap that. Yeah. I mean, it happens. I won't say it always happens, but it happens. Alright, and that's what railing's done. Got a couple that we need to move still. Get it in a little bit better. Like the idea of a few little gaps here and there. They do actually need to be connected a little bit. Right, they're done. Some being on the front, some being on the back. Well, that's going to take his one carefully fired rocket launcher, and the whole thing's done. Have some horizontal beams going across the stairs as well, but stairs. Object snap is off. Yeah, kind of want these. These actually snap to these. I guess I was mistaken on the stair type. As long as they don't look floaty, which they might. Yeah, I think that's right. Maybe get out just a little bit. Might actually have to get a post at the bottom of it as well. Right, well, let's put these in very roughly to begin with, and then we'll stop. I've got too much clipping. Yeah, angles. One is incredibly off. Do we need one here? We need a post there is what we need. I guess not necessarily. Yeah, it snaps to this one type of stair, but it doesn't quite snap how we actually want it. Railings in. Snapping off. I remember then I got like the floaty bits. I'll put another beam and I just rotate it myself. We're a little stuck on the stairs. Still a little stuck. There we go. I don't think we need them on the inside as well. Oh, that's why these stairs are off. Come across a little bit. Couple more of these at the top, and then the rest of the detailing for it we'll probably do a little later. Couple set of stairs there. So what we'll do with this next bit, because the railing will look a little weird, is we'll actually just get some boards put in the way. For this bit. Get that there. Okay, we've made a wooden scaffolding stairway. We now have a proper way to get up the top. So now we're up here, we'll throw a save. Let's do a test. Go all the way around. We'll be fine. Anything in the middle just needs the posts. Go all the way down. But I'll leave that there. Now we can actually have a look at this settlement properly. Okay, we started getting some of the shacks up top. Again, Arafu from Fallout 3 is inspiration, just a slightly different way to get up. Get rid of this. Yeah, I like the idea of the beams at the top doing a lot of the heavy supporting. Alright, very good. Right, let's have a look. We have these beams here, so we don't need these anymore. Tanks can stay. Beams can go. Beams are out of here. Any loose ones hanging off the edge. Yeah, we'll keep that platform as is. It's fine. Finally caved and bought the Legacy of Castlevania pack for V-Rising. We streamed V-Rising quite a while ago now. I thought it was okay. I didn't read into it too much. Gone back to it. Give that post there, I think that's fine. Let's move it across a little bit. Go along. This one and all support for that. Our bridge is off over this end. Gotten better, but the gameplay looks pretty much the same as ever. Mostly fixed all the bugs and stuff. Get these cars at the end. I don't think there'll be anything done with these. I'm actually in more of a realistic position. And just go off the edge. Like the idea of this hanging off a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, ground level would be primarily for crops. Did I, were these crops here already, or did I put this in? Fence in. No fence. I assume that that was already there. I don't remember building that. Old pile of the old cars that can stay as is. The crops have been put right under the bridge. We'll need to move the cars and I guess I'd build up here because the supports for these two are fine. So this section of the bridge, aside from this little area, which I do actually need to support again, is probably fine. Because the supports are strong. The ground underneath, though, is Marshall Beach. I mean, with the sort of crop area a little bit in, you know, but actually out in the sun. We've got several cars. I'm actually going to put a couple of the cars that are down here back up top. I don't think there would have been that many. I like the idea that it's like there was a little bit of a pile. Nothing dramatic like, but at the point where the bombs dropped, they started crashing into each other. And the ones over there will keep. We'll say they fell down this hole. At the bottom of the bridge, there is already wrecks. And we patched the floor here. We'll leave that as is. I was going to have the car. It crashed through. I guess we still can. I don't know why there's like overgrowth here. Let's get rid of these floorboards. Let's put the outline on so I don't make a mistake. Just part of the highway? Probably not. I guess there's vines. There's a separate thing there. I definitely have extra object selected, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I have this car here. Means we need to get a little rubble. Decorational stuff for that. Bedlands in here. Oh, I guess in now. Decal. Definitely like concrete and bricks. We had it in the other build. And we're not going to be able to find it. Right, we'll keep an eye out for it. As I'm scrolling through the menus, if we find it, I'll put it down. I'm going to have this middle barrier. Actually metal. We'll have some rubble there anyway. Yeah, I don't know why these cars would just be down here. Have we got any... I guess there's a bit of the railing here that's bust out. Okay, we are going to move these a little bit. So, what do we have? Down here, it's the fence. Plummets down. Lands there. Let's have this here hanging over the edge. Hanging over a little bit, but also sort of wedged in. Any other broken bits that are on the edge? I guess this bit, but way. Broken off. Do the same down the other side. Along this way, hits that. Off the edge. Or down into the beach. Stuff like this with like the random tires. Spotted here. Why? At a beach, I guess. Right at the coast, so I'd say this would be like real buried. All the rusted car frames. I think they probably would be down below. They could probably stay in the pile. This pile. Tip that out. Move the debris pile. Lay around this. I would see the car frames as cars that have been down here that they've then been stripped the parts. I guess they'd naturally accumulate junk around here. That's probably why some tires. Random garbage. We're rotating the right angle. Yeah, it's just moving the garbage pile. So there's stuff that's accumulated around this car. Flown in and then... Look. Can't move any of this other stuff. Any of our items have just been brought in by the settlers here. Correct rotation for this, please. Oh, these ones with physics. Okay, we'll just put them anywhere then. Garbage. Most interesting trash piles. Alright, it's going to just be... picked up. If there's any other more... There we go. This one. There we go. Nice little garbage pile. Later, bro, hope those assignments go well. Yeah, aside from this, there's actually no roads. You got a road sort of all the way over there. I don't mind so many cars here when the bridge isn't broken at this point. Let's have... guess you still have this outside bit. We'll cover it up. Some trees and bushes there, it's fine. I guess there's then like these down here, so a van and a car. A little bit further back in. I don't want to place them out there. So a van and a car on the bridge. Doesn't necessarily need to be at that point. Have one of these. There we go. Maybe move this one a little bit. This area is a little clear. I'm intending to do the building, so across. I don't want to just leave it clear just because. There's there. That one there. Yeah, there we go. Cars in place then. Got the ones that have slipped down this side. Ones that slipped down that side have gone into the water. We have the one that went off the edge this side and landed on the beach. Down there. We have the one that crashed off the side here. Landed into the ground. And then this is like a big scrap pile. People that live here, they go and grab tires, wheel them here, put them there. I guess the idea was that pre-war this area was just being, it was just a little dump. I mean, that could still be the case. The car still crashed here. At that angle. I imagine crashing off of the bridge and then landing in some fly tip rubbish. Yeah, this needs to... I guess it's in the sun now, so... maybe not. Clearing out, though. This garbage would be moved. Branch piles, rocks can stay. Okay, well, I figured this would be in the shade quite a bit, but that seems fine. Oops, as is. That makes sense then for it to be here. Then the way up where they're going to stay is just there. I guess these logs are ones that they've chopped down. Let's pop this one here and actually commit to that idea. And then they're using that wood for whatever they need. Okay, well, the main way that you get down to here, is there any path at all? Just straight in from the road. Don't mind that fellow. Yeah, it's just kind of off by itself. Like this bit would perhaps be attached to a building. Maybe we have this as an actual garbage heap, considering there's a little bit there anyway. Down near the coast. Off the road. Like I said, I guess the insinuation was that there was garbage being here anyway. So he really did crash into garbage. Because I don't think I'll add like more farm plots down here. I'll just condense this one down a little bit. Bramble-wise around this, I'm gonna get rid of these. I feel like the posts here are more pre-war. Rocks can stay, we'll lower them down. Yeah, they seem very much like they've grown around this fence. Insinuates up in there. We'll clear those out. Yeah, we'll condense it down. Got wires. Busy working. Yeah, it just means we'll be able to squeeze a few more in. Yeah, go all the way to the edge. Realistically, we can probably go sort of that close. Little perimeter around them. Alright, it's not far off where it needs to be. Alright, okay, what do we got here? Mint fruit trees. Mint fruit plant. Put those in. Nope, that's the wrong time to change to. Go, we can see. In we go, and go. Right, then it was a load of corn plants. I think that's fine. There's be a little bit of a gap between them, in between the crops. In a little bit. Right, that's that done. Then raise green. For the larger variants, we'll bring it a little closer to the edge here to cover the terrible seam. Couple extra in for that. Couple extra over in here. As food up to 18 as is. Got space for one more river. Fruits over here. Goes in. Probably the same with the corn. I don't know why there's one whole row that's missing. Right, there we go. That's a little better. Better for that. Right, we'll be going through the resources as usual. There's some red there, so we need to get those fixed up. So food should be more than sorted down below. We'll probably do some planters up top. Well, we need to take a look at water, and considering we are right next to the ocean, probably do something like that. There would be no pre-war pump sort of thing down here. So it will be industrial water purifier sort of thing. Yeah, it's going to be best for this. We kind of hate the looks. What have we got over in this? More industrial looking stuff. This made it more low key. I'll go with this, to be honest. Maybe have some additional pipe work going to it. So it's going to be best for that. You know, even if it's fake pipe work. On bottom of the stairs area. Yeah, we'll do that. And then what we're going to do to make it realistic is go on over to structures, warehouse, warehouse extended on that dressing. There's some pipes in here. There we go, that's what we want. We have this going in. Would we be going into that, or would we be going into the actual tank here? Yeah, we'll have it coming out of the tank. Do a smaller pipe. Yeah, smaller makes sense. Go into that, or would it go into this little bit where it's been pipe going into this. Filters it through, goes into there. So out of this little red bit. Pipe. We'll have it hug around here, so let's bring it in a little bit more. Three. Snap him back on. Can we snap properly, please? We turn a little right. A little bit to the right, maybe. This could do with being a little lower. I get back to about there. And do one of those. Ideally, I want it this way. Try that. And snapping off. Manual placement there at the end. Snapping back on. I'm gonna go through the sand. Yep, I like that. Shows that it's been built and the sand's like flowing across it. Get it to snap. Let it come out. I guess at the point to move it. That seems about right. We certainly are ensemble, yes. Long pipes, I think that's the longest version. Snap. Right, let's snap. There we go. It was snapping, I just can't see it. Gotta go down here. Because this is going to be intake, can we just have like a salt filter? I know there are supports for these, I believe. And this. It's fire hydrant stuff. Mounts and brackets. Okay, so what we'll do with that is we'll get a couple of these in. I'm pretty sure they just snap to these. So that's how we'll be dealing with those. We'll bring it down a little bit. Like the bracket stuff's fine. At this point, there's finding a bracket for it and then it being a little too much. That doesn't snap. Out of here. What do you mean? Right this way. There we go. There we go. So if that one snaps, one should also snap. And then we're a little go, and that's where we'll put the bracket. Jeremy's here. Howdy. Howdy. How many bends? But I think we need another one here. Wow. Would they go through all that trouble for this, or would it just be like, straight as possible? Rid of this. Just add all. I just want it to rotate a little bit around here. Do I need angle? I guess there's the L bit. And up over to the side over here. That makes more sense to me. Now sort of fit into this. The ducts. I may have to do this manually. I need this. I would need this lower. Can I angle these pipes? Not have it look absolutely terrible. Now it just sort of broke. I guess kind of works, kind of fits. Okay, so to snap, I just need to move them down manually. Okay, well if that works that way then, let's rotate this sort of angle that I want. Bring it down so it still matches the original pipe. Try and match the angle. Bring it down. Take the outlines off so I can see. Perfect. I want that, but lower. We can have it like that, and I'll do supports. I don't know if I'm going to do the existing supports, or whether wooden stuff's going to be fine. Especially where it is. Okay, again. Down. In. Just need this going into the water. On that one's where? How much maybe? There, we'll move these rocks a little bit. Pushing it across to the side a little bit on all of them. Do this the other way. There we go. Move these over for now and then back. Works. I mean, I think we're on the right tracks with this. I think we're quite there. I do think that for the most part, aside from this area where it would be bracketed in, we'd probably just have it on the floor. So, okay. We're going to take this right back. Right back. I'm going to change angle on the direction that we're going. Applies the same idea. But past being supported at this point, it'd probably start going down. We'll have one more for the support, and then we'll start angling down so it hits the floor. Just here's the floor, we can go flat again. I guess we're then down to the curve anyway, so. Guys watching live, what do you think of the pipe idea? Like actually getting these in to show that I've actually got the water, rather than just slapping one thing down and saying job's done. Yeah. Yeah, much better rather than having it like wacky waving all the way down here. And then we'll just feed it into the water down this area. Oh, we can't move the driftwood. I'll leave that where it is. With the actual beach. Rotate the driftwood. Again. Right, this driftwood's gotta go. Try it again. Go. Beach. Rotating down, go. We'll rinse and repeat with this. Now we've got these rocks in the way. Back afterwards. Way down. Yeah, we should like this up. Bottom of them all. We don't need much more than that. We'll go in from there. Maybe maybe just one more out. There we go. That was kind of painful. Alright, okay, so support brackets for it. What have we got here? 100 mounts and brackets. We have the singular hoop. Put these in, but I think a wooden post. They're actually snapping any. I appreciate that, Jeremy. These are all the seams. Oh, that'll cover up the little bits of the gaps. Although, is that going to work on all of them? We'll mix of wood and metal. Make sure that some of these are alternated. Right, that should be enough. So, what do we got? It's down to the lowest points we can do. Yeah, so we got a couple of the metal ones in, a couple of the wooden posts put in manually. Right, wooden posts then. Supports. Columns. Oh, there's this 2 unlocked there. Yeah, it's a little too big. Maybe more underneath like that. Alternatively, it would just be a little wooden beam next to the bracket. That probably works better. Do that. We'll do this on the ones miss. Of a little bit there, but that's fine. I think actually like it's attached. If they're slightly off, even better. I'll have a look at this at the end. And to this side. Hold in. Right, I think that's all of them. That's all the mountain brackets. I think we do some on either side. A lot on this side, though. 20 of us. Yeah, there we go. They're all supported down. We're bracketed in. Essentially, that goes into the ocean. Probably get an additional generator down here. But that's, I don't know if it needs powering anyway. That then funnels the water in. Salt purification in there. I guess with this we'd get water and salt. Maybe some decorational stuff we can do with that. But yes, this does indeed need additional generator. Let's have a look what we have. Before we do that though, we'll quick save. Lest we crash. And generator. What have we got in PVC? Resources. Industrial is going to be a no. I'm thinking if anything, sort of wind. That would work. Down in the ocean, it's more sort of river, right? Makeshift wind. Need to bury this bit a little bit. That big triangle bit. prefer the sort of sails to that one, but less of the yellow mechanical look. Right, what have we got here? SOE generators. Turbine looking thing like that. 5 power. Hide the concrete bit. Where do we have it? Right next to it. Where's the out of this? Just out of the top. Right, we'll reconnect that a different way. What if we bury it right down? Bury it right down. Place this slightly underneath so the pipe's resting on it anyway. So that naturally acts as support for it as well. I feel like playing Rimworld here. Are these wind generators? Let me have a look at these. I need to see over at day. It's like an actual generator in itself. You wouldn't actually have these near the coast. I don't know if I don't know if this is the right settlement for it, but I've got a couple more beach side locations. I don't know if sticking 2 of these down is gonna the exact same. We'll just stick with a 1. Aren't that enough? 5. It's exactly what it needs. When the generator go in. A little bit more detailing on the pipes if there's a leak, that sort of thing. Connectors here. Got anything? Bits, conduit lights. Yes. We do have this Ferris wheel. I am determined to get this in one of the settlements. Again, I don't think this is the correct one, though. It's powered as well, so it actually goes around. Yeah, I don't think we'll be putting that in here. It's kind of perfect there, but maybe near one that's got a pier. Right, nothing else for those. So lockdown. Have a little wooden flooring bit in here. That in there. We want a little way to get to that nicely. Just a support sim for that if you look around this side. I don't want CVC, resources, power, other Won't even put these on the table. We'll have it look real low-key. Goes up to there as well. Hook that up to that. Hook it across to there. We'll try and make a connection there. The wire's far enough away. Actually thinking about the power. Natural power. All in satellite. I'm determined to use this in a settlement as well. I think it just needs to be in the one settlement though, otherwise why the satellites all over the place. This is not the settlement for that. We have this little seam looking thing over here. Let's go ahead and actually these rocks somewhat back because they look like they've just been moved out of the way, which they have. Want it to look like there was a little leak. And we have sort of a water pool up here anyway, so we could utilize that. One of these structures. SOE. Cool. There we go. Wow, that's painful. Water. We want waterfall. And we'll shrink this down again. Oh, this is large. Will be in the ground. The outline on. Make this down. We need this to line up to sort of here. Oh, we need it a lot smaller than that, really. Rotate the pipe a little bit. Let your box salted caramel ice cream. Is there any reasonable reason not to just get a spoon and go for it? Honestly, there's going to be a percentage of that salted caramel ice cream that's the perfect amount, and then once you go past that point, you'll have regret, and it'll ruin the initial portion you had. So, I mean, go for it, but you'll know. If you move it, it moves a mile. There we go. We'll have a little leak. Wood plane. How small? Small. Mid is probably what we need. We'll sort of little across this bit. Probably put some rocks up here thinking about it. So, we got irradiated. We need ocean. Bolt ocean. Ocean. Snapping off and snap to everything. Yeah, some rocks up in that bit. rest of it is contained. Okay, so what do we got here? Like dark looking rocks. We got anything like that? Beach looking rocks. No. Right. Well, we can pinch some rocks from down here, surely. That'll do. Lock that in. The idea that it's going there and it's pulling through and then going down. Also, play these little ones here as well. Rotate it in. That seems fine to me. I don't think we need to any more leak-wise. Fine. Okay, what else we got here? So that's water 10. That's probably going to be enough. And obviously we've done a load of extra decorational stuff for that. Looks functional. The fence. Yep, fence. So I'm unsure as to what the main way to get down here is. It's probably why I don't usually go to this settlement all that much. It is very much, there is a road over there and there's no actual pathway down to it. Now, looking at whether this is... Goes around that way, so maybe around there. I guess with this one, you just got to go through, I mean, I say the forest. You got to go through the several trees that are there. So there's no real main entrance. So we can work with that. I think fundamentally the ground level area is going to be more decorated up with trees, bushes, that sort of thing. And aside from the crops, and here everything settlement wise is going to be actually up on the bridge. So there would be a little defense down at the bottom here. Get that in. All needs to look makeshift, with this being so far from anywhere else. Ooh. I'll have this straight out of the stairs. Upstairs. Up to this. Can move this all the way out to the edge of the fence. Going through the fence. God will stand there. It's covering just the general area. Got a cover for this fella. No outbounds. Mats, other. And then other turret stands. We will have a turret here down at the bottom as well. I don't know what these turret stands are. They look kind of... They would fit into the Brotherhood of Steel area. I don't know if that's the intent. We'll have mounted turret there as well. Fits in quite nicely. Turret wise, for this place, we'll go for your standard looking one. We have weapon turret. In here, we've got Mark 7. Wow, let's shrink that down. That'll cover that as well. That's defense 8. And 2 more with that. I've got a super mutant fella over there. I feel like defensive wise, these be fighting on 2 fronts. You have anyone that's coming by land over this way. And then, although the sea itself is a barrier, you got like Mirelurks, surely. And then this fella that's continuously lurking around here. So yeah, there'll be sort of probably some makeshift spike barriers around this sort of side. He'll appear back on the beach at some point. Now, there's some spikes that have got Mirelurk shells in. I want to find those. I believe we've used them once over at the slog, so I may check what that is. Let's go to, would it be in fences? Did we see fences? Check other. Don't really want the rebar or anything like that. This. There's oak farmers. Not in junk though. Junk is an option for some of this. Bar, concrete, quarry, metal. It may be in the standard menu then. Beach fence is always a go-to, but you know, we are at the beach. Tied into using that. I like the idea of using some of these ruined walls on the IA. As if there was a building here, but it's so incredibly destroyed, it's almost just a framework. Barricades. Barricade. There it is. There it is. Spanked barricade. That's what we want. And check game time. Wouldn't need like too many of this 'cause it's the same asset, but we've got a few of these around. Yeah, I don't ever need them at the ridge. We'll do some of those and then some standard ones. We've not really built over there. We'll have the defense for the water mall down this area. And then just like a load of these. The driftwood will generally leave things where they are. It's not a physics-based tire, so we'll bury that down a little bit. Now I feel like I'm playing Redwood. Visited the barber, now it's time to hook up with Skull Stream. Hey, is that a haircut? It's looking styling. Move the driftwood ever so slightly then. Rotate it down. Lie behind. This driftwood we can't move, so we'll leave that as is. I won't be doing the whole area, it's just a few Little spikes slow them down. Would we need that both ways, or would it just need to be the one that's going this way? Right, what we'll do with this one is rotate it around just a little bit. Slightly different angle, we'll just bury the concrete posts somewhat. Very good, I'll be doing it in a second. So there's naturally not so much of a walkway, but there's 3 spots down here where you could still get down to the water if you're in this settlement here. Then got a little bit of a ridge here, so that's fine. This is technically out of the settlement. I'm not going to be building too much out of there in case we have a similar sort of issue where things disappear. But that's so far away over that side that it doesn't really matter. Probably bring a similar sort of defensive at this point. Where just 1 or 2 of the spikes. Just in case. Rid of the shrub. We'll rotate the entire dune by accident. Let's fix that. Mistakes were made. That seems fine. The dune is back where it is. You can still use the terminology. Okay. I have one of these aside as well. I could probably do a few more of these spikes, but we'll leave it there for now for the spikes. And speaking of leaving things there for now, I think that's about where we'll leave rebuilding for today. We are, as usual, going to be taking a short break and coming back afterwards for some more Oblivion. So if you're looking forward to that, do stay tuned. I'll be away for about the usual amount of time, so just a few minutes and then we'll switch on over to Oblivion as mentioned. I've been enjoying the stream up until this point. Do drop a like, subscribe, and check those links in the video description. I will switch on over to the BRB.